In a small, nameless town tucked away from the eyes of maps and markets, there lived a boy named Aariv, who had never seen the ocean. He had read about it in books, how it roared without asking permission, how it moved in any direction it pleased, how it kissed distant shores like a nomad without borders. To Aariv, the ocean was freedom, but in his town, freedom had rules. Some could speak, some had to stay quiet, some could run, while others had invisible ropes tied to their ankles. His mother, once a dancer, now walked with her head lowered. His friend Amir was always judged because of his name. It reminded people he came from a different background. They told him what he should wear, how he should think, and who he should be. Across the street, a woman wasn't even allowed to laugh freely. "She's too confident," they whispered, as if joy needed permission. One day, Aariv asked his grandfather, "Why do they call this a free country if so many live in cages?" The old man smiled, not because it was funny, but because it was painfully real. "My boy," he said, "freedom isn't the air we breathe. It's the space we're allowed to take in that air, and not everyone is given the same space." Aariv couldn't sleep that night. He thought of birds. What good were wings if the sky came with fences? Years passed. Aariv grew. He read more, traveled more, saw a woman in a crowded train shout back at a harasser, and the silence that followed spoke volumes. He saw a boy paint murals in alleys with slogans like, "Let us be." He saw a farmer protesting for land, a singer jailed for lyrics, a girl breaking dress codes because she wanted the wind to touch her skin. He saw freedom, raw, risky, and real, not in laws, but in the courage of ordinary people refusing to be categorized. And slowly, a thought took root in his mind. Real freedom isn't given, it's claimed. It's not only for the loud, the rich, the majorities. It's for the quiet kid, the tired mother, the forgotten tribes, the dreamers who don't fit in. So Aariv began writing. Not essays, not slogans, but stories. Stories of stolen liberties, stories of those who never made the front page. Stories of freedom not as a trophy, but as a right. People listened. Some didn't like it. Some tried to quiet him down. But many more stood up one by one, like flames in the dark. Aariv learned something. Freedom multiplies when shared. And that was the truth the world had hidden for so long. Freedom was never meant to be a privilege. It was meant to be oxygen. Unseen, unpriced, and available to all. So how do we find real freedom in this world? We start by asking, who still doesn't have it? We listen, especially to the unheard. We speak, not louder, but truer. We break silence when silence protects injustice. And most importantly, we include. Freedom is real only when it includes every voice, every choice, every heartbeat. In the end, freedom isn't a flag. It's not in borders or an anthem. It's in a girl walking home at midnight without fear. It's in a boy choosing his dreams without shame. It's in a world where nobody has to ask permission to simply be themselves. Because true freedom is not a prize for the few. It's a promise to all.